the four commissioners who have not endorsed the presidential election result of trying to subvert the constitution. Wafula Chebukati has in a statement described how he saw events behind the scenes on Monday when he planned announcement of the results was delayed by several hours. He said that the four commissioners, who later went on to distance themselves from the outcome, demanded that the chairperson moderates the result for the purpose of forcing an election rerun contrary to their oath of office. Mr. Chebukati defended his action of going on to announce that William Ruto had won despite objections, saying that he was acting within the law. The four commissioners said that they had questions over the accuracy of the tally and were not given a chance to verify the results. The math they used to justify their reasons has been brought into question. And in neighboring Sudan, the authorities in Sudan have said that the number of dead due to flash floods in several parts of the country has risen to 77. A spokesperson for the Emergency Services, Brigadier Abdal Halim, told the press that thousands of homes have been completely destroyed, with the River Nile and Al Jazeera states worst affected. Thousands of square kilometers of arable land are underwater. The local administrations are providing tents and food, but have appealed to the Khartoum government and international organizations for aid to prevent waterborne diseases. And in Rwanda, the High Court said yesterday some of what the advisor had told ministers must be disclosed in a major court case over the Rwanda refugee policy. Lawyers of the government had urged disclosing the comments would damage relations with the African country. The advisor had warned ministers Rwanda's government tortured and killed political opponents, according to a hearing from the court. While that warning of political violence was disclosed in court on Tuesday, further comments from the expert remain a secret. The Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office advisor has looked into revisions to the government's own report into Rwanda's human rights record. The document was being updated as ministers planned to send asylum seekers on a flight to Rwanda under the controversial relocation scheme announced in April. The one-way plan, worth at least £120 million to Rwanda, aims to discourage illegal crossings of the English Channel, but it is on ice until the High Court rules whether it is legal. In court, the government said 10 further comments from the unnamed official should be kept confidential rather than be used as evidence in that forthcoming court case. This means that they would be disclosed to the group of migrants and charities who are challenging the flight's policy. And moving on to Algeria, at least 26 people have been killed and dozens more injured in forest fires that have devastated the northern part of the country. Kamel Beljoud, the country's interior minister, said 24 died in El Tarif near the border with Tunisia, as well as a mother and daughter in Sétif. Firefighters supported by helicopters were still trying to contain several blazes last evening. Reports say some 350 residents have been evacuated in various provinces. Helicopters are being used to dump water on the flames. Algeria suffers from wildfires every year, but the problem has been exacerbated by climate change. A Russian water bomber plane chartered by the Algerian authorities has broken down and is not expected to be in service until Saturday. Moving on, a federal judge has ruled that America's 3 largest pharmacy chains must pay $650.5 million for helping fuel a painkiller crisis in 2 Ohio counties. In November, a federal court found Walgreens Boots Alliance, CVS, and Walmart helped create an oversupply of addictive opioid pills. The money will be used to help combat the impact of the crisis in Lake and Trumbull counties. The companies plan to appeal. Millions of people in the United States have become addicted to opiate-based painkillers such as fentanyl and OxyContin over the last 20 years. Nearly 500,000 deaths were attributed to painkiller overdoses between 1999 and 2019. In court, attorneys for Lake and Trumbull counties, both near Cleveland, put the total financial cost of the crisis at $3.3 billion. Both counties, like other jurisdictions across the United States, have argued that the crisis has put an enormous strain on local resources, social programs, and legal systems. A failure to ensure that prescriptions were valid, their attorney have argued, created a public nuisance of vast quantities of pills flooded their communities. Between 2012 and 2016 alone, more than 80 million painkillers were reportedly distributed in Trumbull County, about 400 pills per resident. In Lake County, the figures stood at 61 million pills over the same time frame. A U.S. district judge ruled that the Lake County will receive $306 million over 15 years, while Trumbull County will receive $344 million. And in China, the Chinese authorities are attempting to induce rainfall in parts of central and southwest China amid a severe drought and record-breaking heat wave. The Yangtze River, Asia's longest waterway, is now at record low levels. In some stretches, there has been less than half the usual rainfall. Hydropower reservoirs are currently down by as much as half, according to officials. At the same time, a surge in demand for air conditioning has put power companies under extreme pressure. The 2-month-long heat wave is the longest on record in China, according to the National Climate Center. Provinces around the drought-stricken Yangtze River have turned to cloud seeding operations to combat the lack of rain, with Hubei and a number of other provinces launching rockets carrying chemicals into the sky, according to local media. But a lack of cloud cover has stalled efforts in some areas seeking to do the same. Meanwhile, temperatures across Sichuan and neighboring provinces have exceeded 40 degrees Celsius, which is 104 degrees Fahrenheit. As a result, government officers in Sichuan were asked to keep air conditioning levels at no lower than 26 degrees Celsius, which is 79 degrees Fahrenheit, according to the Sichuan Daily. And finally, a huge explosion has ripped through a crowded mosque in the Afghan capital, Kabul, killing 21 people. Another 33 were injured, Kabul police spokesperson Khalid Zadran revealed. Yesterday's blast occurred during evening prayers. The mosque's imam is reported to be among the dead. It is unclear who was behind the attack. A week after Islamic State militants killed a pro-Taliban cleric in a suicide bomb blast also in Kabul. Security forces have now sealed off the blast scene in Kabul. Witnesses described hearing a powerful explosion which shattered windows in nearby buildings. Most of them say they believe the blast was inside the mosque and there was probably someone entering during the prayer time, so it was crowded at the time, and then the attack activated this body-burning improvised explosive device. Well, that brings us to the end of this afternoon's news in brief. I thank you so much for being part of us. Pastor Jessica Kayanja is coming on with an awesome panel as they continue to enlighten us on issues that pertain to marriage, especially the people that are looking to getting married anytime soon. Please stay tuned. There is great wisdom that you are going to sit under with Pastor Jessica and Pastor Robert Kayanja and an awesome panel of pastors. I also remind you of the Karamoja Cry. Please give your seed. We are sending food relief to Karamoja. The other night, we sent 50,000 metric tons of food to Karamoja. It has been delivered, and we'll be bringing you the footage of what has happened in Karamoja. You are saving people. Thank you so much. Well, we are still at it. The need is still great. you are welcome to come and join us. Come and bring the food that come and bring your seed and let us send food to the people, to our own who are dying of hunger. There is no seed that is too small. Whatever amount you have, please send. You will be tremendously blessed. I also remind you of the Riot Rally. It's happening this Saturday here at the Miracle Center Cathedrals. In our subsequent programming, we have brought you young people talking about the Riot Rally. Well, do not miss. Come and join us. You will be tremendously blessed. It starts at exactly 12 noon all day. It is fun, games, food, and the Word of God. God bless you. Enjoy your afternoon.